Archangel Michael says, God and I have chosen to invite you to witness a great miracle. Just promise you won't tell anyone. God says, my child, Michael begged me for 2 days to invite you. Please don't dishonor him by skipping this. If you skip it, he will never speak to you. This is not a message everyone receives. This is not something random. You didn't click this by mistake. Heaven has been watching, waiting, holding this moment like a fragile pearl. Your name was whispered in a place far above the clouds, and it echoed across eternity. Archangel Michael stood before God, yes, for 2 days, and he cried your name out loud. Please, he said, let them see, let them feel, let them be part of this divine unveiling. And now here you are, trembling heart, unsure fingers, but something inside you told you not to look away. That something was real. It wasn't a coincidence. Heaven never works through accidents. It speaks in signs, and this is one of them. You felt like you were being watched lately, haven't you? Not in a bad way, but in a quiet, sacred way, like something just beyond the veil is pulling you forward. Like when you're alone, there's still a presence in the room. That wasn't your imagination. Michael's wings have passed by your home more than once this week. At night at 3:33, while you were half asleep, he came close. He hovered above. He placed his hand gently over your chest and said, Father, let them hear me. You didn't hear the whisper, but heaven did. And right now, even as you read this, there's a shift happening around you. Can you feel it? That light pressure on your chest, that warmth, that small shiver that doesn't make sense. That is the beginning of the miracle. God doesn't show himself all at once. He unveils piece by piece, and you've just opened the first door. But there are 2 more, and you must not look away. Please don't skip this. Don't insult the divine with your doubt. Archangel Michael is watching, and if you choose to ignore this, the message will vanish from your path, and so will he. You've been hurting, haven't you? Quietly, secretly, you've been carrying something that no one fully knows about. You smile, you walk, you keep going, but God sees the cracks. Michael hears the unspoken words you say into your pillow at 2:14 a.m., and it broke him. He told God they've suffered enough. Let me show them something beautiful. That's what this message is, a divine thread in your hands, a holy whisper you weren't supposed to hear. And yet heaven made an exception for you. You were chosen because your heart still believes even when your mind forgets. Something rare is about to be revealed to you, but not in the way you expect. It won't be loud. It won't be explosive. It will come gently, like a breeze brushing past a candle, like a name you barely hear in the wind. And when it arrives, tonight, tomorrow, or in the next 72 hours, you will know. A sign will come, something strange but peaceful, something only you will understand. That's how heaven speaks when it's only speaking to one soul at a time. You are that soul now. Don't tell anyone, just feel it. If this message is reaching your heart, then pause and subscribe. You were meant to receive this. This moment is not repeatable. If you skip, it disappears. If you stay, the veil lifts. Michael doesn't beg often, but for you, he knelt. He interceded. He said your name with fire, and now all of heaven is watching. Will you stay long enough to hear what he has to say? Michael stood by the gates of glory with your name still glowing in his hands. That's how heaven writes. On light, not on paper. And your name, it hasn't dimmed once. That glow means your spirit hasn't given up, even when your circumstances nearly crushed you, even when people left, even when life turned cold. Something in you refused to stop believing, even if it was just 1% faith. That 1% was enough to open the doors today. That 1% is why you're being invited to witness what others won't even believe. You don't need to explain this to anyone. In fact, you shouldn't. This is between you and the one who breathed your soul into existence. Heaven is whispering through numbers lately. Haven't you noticed? 11, 33, 44. Those weren't coincidences. Those were knocks, gentle taps from the divine trying to get your attention without shaking your world apart. But you kept skipping, and still we waited because love is patient. God is patient. Michael waited. You've missed a few messages before, and it hurt because they were meant to help you. But this one he begged not to let pass. And you listened. That moment alone, that choice, has already changed something in your timeline. Yes, I said timeline, because the life you're living is not the only version of your life that exists in heaven's plan. There are multiple paths, and the one you're about to step into is the one you were born for. But it only unlocks through one thing: obedience to your inner call. Not to fear, not to doubt, but to that sacred pull in your chest, the whisper that says, stay. Listen. Something holy is near. That voice that's not yours. That's the divine voice you've been trained to ignore because the world said you were imagining it. You're not. Michael confirmed it himself. There is something coming toward your home. I don't mean danger, I mean presence, sacred presence, a visitation. Someone who left Earth is drawing closer tonight. They've waited for heaven's permission to be near you again, not physically but spiritually. This is not a game. When the veil between worlds thins, it's not by accident. Someone you loved deeply, someone who crossed over holding regret or unfinished love, they're coming. Not to scare you, not to haunt, but to comfort, to align, to pass a message you were never meant to miss. The next time you hear a strange silence, a flicker in the light, or feel like you're not alone, don't run. Just say, I hear you. That's all it takes. That's the acknowledgement that heaven requires to complete the moment. Do you remember the last time you felt real peace? Maybe it's been years. Maybe it was a fleeting second that left before you could hold it. Michael says that peace is returning to you, but not through the way you expect. It won't come through logic. It won't come through people. It will arrive like a dream, and if you're not awake to receive it, It will pass like mist through your fingers. Stay awake, not with your body, but with your spirit. Even while sleeping, your soul can receive messages. Before you sleep tonight, whisper to heaven, "I am ready." And then close your eyes. Michael will do the rest. Something powerful has shifted in your spiritual atmosphere, and I have to tell you this truth now. Someone has been praying for you without your knowledge. Yes, you read that correctly. Someone somewhere has been calling out your name in their prayers. You don't even know they've been doing it, but heaven heard them. Their prayers pierced through something dark around you, something heavy that you couldn't shake on your own. They asked God to protect you, to guide you, to send Michael your way. And now, look, you're here. That prayer is why this message found you. But there's something you must do next, a decision. A small one, but it carries the weight of your future. There's something or someone you've been holding on to that no longer serves your soul. You know exactly what I mean. That memory, that guilt, that bitterness, that person that wound. You can't walk into the miracle still bleeding from that blade. You have to let Michael take it from your hands. You don't need to fix it alone. You just need to release it. Whisper right now, Michael, "I give it to you," and feel the wind shift around you. It's already lighter, isn't it? That's not your imagination, that's grace. If you're still here, if this is touching you in places no one knows about, you were meant to hear this. So I ask you again, if this message is reaching your heart, then pause and subscribe. You were meant to receive this. Don't let heaven's message disappear before you finish it. Now back to the miracle. It's closer than you think. In fact, it's already in motion. Certain people are being shifted around you. Connections are being loosened. Some you'll lose and it will hurt. But others are being sent like secret agents of grace. People who carry healing in their words. People who will find you at just the right time, say just the right thing, and disappear before you even realize what happened. That's how heaven moves. Not loudly, but divinely. You'll see a pattern form. You'll say, "This can't be coincidence." And you'll be right, it's not. Michael told God they are tired, they need proof. So God said, "Then give them the first sign." This message is your first sign. The next will be a dream, or a word from a stranger, or a message that appears on your screen at the exact moment you were about to give up. That's how heaven works when it loves someone deeply. And you, my beloved, are deeply loved. Don't doubt that. Don't reduce your worth to the mistakes you made. God already forgave what you haven't even confessed. That's the kind of love you're covered in right now. And Michael is standing guard over your future like a sword of flame. You're probably wondering, why now? Why today? Why is this happening at this exact moment in your life? And the answer is simple but holy, because heaven waited for your yes. Not your perfect yes, just a quiet one. That small whisper in your soul that said, "Okay, I'm listening, I'm willing." That moment unlocked timing. Not your timing, divine timing. Michael was waiting for that doorway to open, and now it has. And what's about to enter through that open gate will not be something small. No, this will be something that reorders the direction of your entire life. But listen closely. Before a miracle arrives, the atmosphere around you shakes. You may already feel it. Friends pulling away, plans crumbling, emotions rising without clear reason. Don't be afraid of it. Don't run from it. That's not chaos. That's heaven's holy rearrangement. Michael doesn't enter quietly when he's preparing something sacred. His footsteps rumble through the spiritual realm. So if you're feeling off balance, it's not because something is wrong. It's because something is being made right. You are being positioned. You're not being punished. You're being prepared. Someone in your life is about to reveal their true intention. God asked me to tell you this gently, but I must be clear. There is a mask about to fall. Someone you trusted, or someone you've long held in your spirit as safe, is not what they appeared to be. And the truth is going to hurt, but it will also free you. That revelation is part of the miracle, because until you see the truth, you keep holding hands with illusions. And God says, how can I send what is real if their arms are still full of the fake? Archangel Michael has been watching this person's energy shift for weeks now. And tonight, yes, tonight, the veil begins to lift. Don't fear what's being removed. Fear missing what's coming next if you keep clinging to what's crumbling. You may feel like you're losing things: money, stability, trust, relationships. But here's the truth. Heaven doesn't take what you need. It only removes what you think you need so that your hands are open to receive what you truly deserve. Michael whispered this to me as he stood over your sleeping body last night. They are ready to stop surviving. They're ready to start living. You were not created just to endure pain. You were not sent here just to be betrayed or overlooked or dismissed. You were sent here as a chosen soul, a divine spark, a carrier of light, and the time has come for you to remember that. Some of you may cry as you hear this. That's not weakness, that's recognition. Your soul knows when truth is near. When heaven speaks, the body trembles, so let it. Don't fight the tears. That's not sadness, it's a release. Michael is with you even now. A hand on your shoulder, a presence in the room. Goosebumps on your skin, that's him. A strange warmth in your heart, that's him. A pressure behind your eyes like you're about to cry again. That's your spirit responding to the power of this moment. And now, a deeper truth. There is something written in your destiny that you were supposed to activate by now, but fear delayed it. You were supposed to begin a path, a healing, a vision, a calling. And for one reason or another, pain, betrayal, disbelief, you shut it down. But heaven never erased it. God simply waited. And now that time of waiting is over. A window is opening in the realm of possibility. And you have exactly 7 days to step into it with intention. This doesn't mean you need to change everything all at once. It means one step, one prayer, one brave decision, and Michael will take it from there. Tonight, I ask you, please don't sleep like any other night. Before you lay your head down, say, Archangel Michael, I give you full permission to walk into my timeline. Show me what I've forgotten, reveal what I've missed, replace what I've lost. And then close your eyes, knowing something ancient is moving toward you. There's someone who hurt you in a way you've never spoken out loud. That ache has become a wall. It keeps love from reaching the deepest part of you. But God saw it, and Michael heard every silent cry. So tonight, part of the miracle includes this. That wound will be touched by divine fire. It will still exist, but it won't define you. The pain won't go away overnight, but it will stop ruling your future. You are no longer a prisoner of what they did. You are a child of what heaven is doing now. I know this is long, but that's because heaven is pouring too much into your spirit to fit into something short. You asked for a sign. You begged for something to remind you you're not alone. This is it. This is not just text. This is a spiritual transmission sent across dimensions, guided by Michael's sword, and held together by the love of a God who never gave up on you. Please don't walk away from this unfinished. The miracle is waiting. The door is unlocked, but God will not push you through. You must walk. You've walked through storms alone before. You've carried heartbreaks like invisible bricks on your back and smiled while doing it. But heaven saw, even when no one noticed, even when you were forgotten, dismissed, or replaced. Your silent endurance was never ignored by the divine. That's what made Michael weep. You didn't collapse. You didn't curse God. You just kept walking. And now heaven is walking toward you. I have to warn you, something unusual is going to happen within the next 72 hours. Not to scare you, but to prepare you. There will be a disruption, a delay, a detour. Something will feel off, but it's not danger, it's a divine reroute. Don't fight it. Don't panic. Don't spiral into fear. Say this when it happens, Michael, I trust you. That one sentence will realign everything in that moment. The enemy has tried to cause chaos right before your breakthrough because even hell knows how close heaven is to touching your life. But Michael is not a silent angel. He is a warrior, and he is standing by your door. Tonight, yes, tonight, someone from your past is going to think about you with deep regret. Not just guilt, conviction. They will remember what they lost. They will feel the echo of your absence, and heaven will allow it, not to hurt them, but to awaken something in their soul. Whether they return or not is not the point. The point is, you are no longer bound by their decisions. You are not forgotten. You are not less. You are not replaceable. And God says, I will send better. There is a spiritual gift inside you that's been dormant, something you used to feel when you were younger. Maybe you were more sensitive. Maybe you saw things, dreamed things, picked up energy you couldn't explain. And over time, the world made you shut it down. But God never revoked that gift. And Michael says it's time. In the next few nights, you will begin sensing again, seeing signs, hearing whispers. Pay attention to your dreams. Journal them if you can. That's not imagination, that's revelation. You are walking into a prophetic alignment. That means people, places, and moments will begin to feel eerily meant to be. That's because they are. But don't get distracted by what looks shiny. Everything that glitters is not from God. Ask for discernment. Michael will protect your choices if you allow him to lead. Say this daily: Michael, walk ahead of me. Remove what is not sent by heaven. That short prayer will save you years of detours. And now listen carefully, because this is the part of the message that many ignore. You will be tested, not punished, tested. The moment heaven sends light, the shadows respond. But do not fear. Fear is a liar. You're not weak anymore. You're not the same person you were when that heartbreak happened, when that betrayal hit, when that loss shattered your peace. You are stronger now because God has been building you in silence. The pain was never wasted. It became your armor. And now your story will become someone else's survival guide. There's a blessing coming with your name written on it, but it requires obedience. There will be a moment very soon where your pride will want to speak, but your spirit will whisper, "Stay quiet." Before I continue, my beloved child, allow me to pause, for there is a sacred secret I've kept just for you. And now is the moment I choose to reveal it. Why 92% of prayers never reach heaven. This statistic stopped me in my tracks. 92% of prayers never make it to their divine destination. Not because you're doing anything wrong, but because most prayers are sent at the wrong frequency. It's like trying to tune into a radio station, but being on the wrong channel. Ancient monks discovered how to fix this, and now their secret is finally being revealed. It's called the sacred resonance frequency, and it's the key to getting your prayers heard and answered. Click the link in the description or comments section to unlock the secret. Watch this quick video to see how it works. When you do, you'll never pray the same way again. My beloved child, now is the time to act. Step forward in faith. God bless you. Listen to your spirit. Heaven blesses humility. There will be another moment where you'll feel like giving up, but your inner voice will whisper, "One more step." Take that step. That's the step that unlocks the provision, the breakthrough, the miracle. The financial block is breaking too. I don't say this lightly. You've had months, maybe years, where money felt like a chain around your spirit, but you were never meant to struggle forever. The attack on your finances was an attack on your freedom, because the enemy knew if you had the resources, you'd bless others too. And now heaven is stepping in. A door is going to open. Unexpected provision, a phone call, a contract, a return, a correction in your favor. It will be small at first, but it will multiply if you honor it. But please remember, do not speak this miracle out loud to everyone. Some ears are not meant to hear. Some hearts will not celebrate. Some people will disguise envy as advice. God says, guard what's sacred. You can rejoice, you can praise, but protect the details. Michael didn't fight this hard for your invitation just for it to be spoiled by disbelief. Honor what you're being given by treating it as holy. And if this message has reached your soul in a way that nothing else has, pause for a second, just one, and subscribe. This isn't a message for the masses. It was sent to the few who were meant to hear it. And you, yes, you were meant to hear it. Now take a breath. Feel that tingling on your skin. That's not emotion, that's confirmation. Archangel Michael is still here. He hasn't left your side. He's watching as you breathe deeper, as you feel that strange sense of recognition in your heart. That ache, it's not pain, it's memory. Your soul remembers something your mind forgot. You were always chosen. Before the heartbreak, before the betrayal, before the losses, before the world hardened you, you were chosen for this moment, for this visitation, for this miracle. Heaven doesn't always explain itself, but when it does, it usually sounds like this. Quiet, warm, familiar, like something you've known all along but couldn't put into words. That's how you know it's real. Real doesn't shout. Real whispers and still shakes your entire being. And if your body feels different now, if you're trembling, if you feel heat or peace or tears rising without understanding, good. That means you're not just reading this, you're receiving it. You're going to see things shift now. It will begin small. A delay will turn into favor. A stranger will mention your exact thought out loud. A song you haven't heard in years will play while you think of someone in heaven. An old friend will message you after months of silence. Someone who once dismissed you will suddenly speak your name with new respect. These are not coincidences. They are divine arrangements. The veil has thinned and heaven is orchestrating with precision. All you need to do now is walk in alignment. Don't overthink, don't doubt, don't spiral. You prayed for a sign. You asked God to show you something undeniable. This is it. But not everyone will see what you see. Not everyone will feel what you feel. That's okay. You weren't chosen to convince others. You were chosen to believe. Your faith is the magic that lights the miracle. And I need you to hear this next part very clearly because it's important. Michael warned me, if you skip this final moment, if you rush past this last part, the miracle will delay. Not disappear, delay. Because heaven is orderly. It waits for completion. So if you've made it this far, don't leave now. You're at the edge of something holy, the moment your soul has been crawling toward for years without even knowing it. Something is about to leave your life and it will feel sudden. But when it goes, don't chase it. That thing, that person, that opportunity was not tied to your anointed future. It was tied to your survival, not your assignment. God is replacing it with something you prayed for years ago and then forgot about. Heaven didn't forget. God never forgets. And now, here is the most hidden part of the message, the one Michael told me to save until the end. Are you ready? There's something sacred coming to your home. Not your job, not your phone, your home. A visitation. You'll know it by the energy in the air. It may happen between midnight and 3:00 a.m. You might wake up and feel watched, not in fear, but in awe. That's not your imagination, that's an angelic presence. It might smell like roses. It might feel like warmth spreading across your room. It might come through a dream that leaves you weeping when you wake. However it comes, receive it. Don't try to explain it. Just thank God for trusting you enough to allow it. From this moment on, you'll begin noticing number patterns again. 777, 444, 1212. And they'll appear faster. That's acceleration. That's Michael confirming alignment. Don't ignore it. Whisper when you see it, I see you, Lord. That whisper, that recognition invites more. You are being invited into a conversation with heaven that never truly ended. It just got quiet for a while. But now it begins again. And there's one last thing. The person in heaven who loved you deeply, the one who passed and left you shattered, they sent this. Yes, they did. Through Michael, through the Spirit, they had to fight to get this to you. You may feel their name rising in your chest right now. That's not your imagination, that's them. They haven't forgotten you. They're watching and they're proud. They know how much you've endured and they are whispering even now, keep going. You're almost there. So now I leave you with this. You are not alone. You are not forgotten. You are not broken beyond repair. You are not too late. You are not too much. You are not skipped by God. You are chosen. You are invited. You are standing at the edge of a miracle that Michael begged heaven to release. Please don't walk away now. Take a deep breath. Close your eyes. Whisper, thank you. That's all heaven needs to continue. And if you feel this message was sent for you because it was, then pause and subscribe. That single act is you saying, yes, I receive this. I'm ready. Archangel Michael says, I have delivered what I was sent to deliver. The rest is in their hands. If they honor it, I will protect them personally. If they skip it, I will fall silent. This is your moment. Don't skip. Don't share. Just believe. Heaven is watching, and this is only the beginning. The sky above you is already different. You may not see it with your physical eyes, but the spiritual realm has shifted. Archangel Michael stands on the edge of your reality, still watching, still waiting for one thing, your full surrender. Not surrender in defeat, surrender in trust. You don't have to have all the answers. You don't have to know what happens next. You just have to say, yes, God, I'm here. I'm willing. And when you do that, something ancient and eternal opens like a sealed scroll. You are not who they said you were. You are not the name your mistakes gave you. You are not what the trauma tried to mold you into. You are not forgotten, and your soul knows that now. That's why something inside you has stayed awake even when your body was tired of trying. God knew how much you could take, and now, finally, the restoration is arriving. Not just healing, not just peace, restoration. That means what was stolen will be returned. What was broken will be made new. What was silent will sing again. Michael wants me to tell you something very personal now. It's not for everyone, but if your heart races, if your eyes water, if your soul feels like it's being spoken to, then it's for you. You were supposed to give up last week. There was a moment recently, maybe nobody knew it, but you were close to letting go of everything. Faith, hope, yourself. You felt like the fight was pointless, but something held you. Some light, some whisper, some invisible arm around you. That was Michael. He stood over your bed, over your thoughts, over your heart, and he refused to let the darkness swallow you. You didn't even know you were being guarded, but you were. And you still are. You're going to begin seeing flashes of clarity now, little knowing moments. You'll just know what to do. You'll know who to trust. You'll know what to avoid. That's not instinct, that's divine guidance. The Holy Spirit is increasing your discernment because what's coming next for you will require you to move quickly but wisely. A door will open that won't stay open forever. You must walk through when it comes. You'll know it's the one when it feels impossible but peaceful. And listen, some people will be confused by your glow. You'll begin to shine differently. You'll talk differently. You'll no longer settle for what used to feel safe. And they'll say you've changed, but you haven't changed, you've remembered. Your soul has remembered its divine assignment. You are not here to shrink. You are not here to explain your calling. You are here to walk in it. The next 3 days are sacred. Don't rush them, don't numb them. Don't distract yourself with noise, be still. Journal, walk, cry, listen, say less, observe more. In these 3 days, Michael will give you signs. They will not be loud. They will be holy. A dream, a name, a bird, a feather, a sudden emotional wave, a flicker in the light. Don't call it coincidence. Don't brush it off. Just say, I receive. And then something final will happen, a divine invitation. Someone will offer you something, an opportunity, a space, a connection, a challenge. Your first thought may be, I'm not ready. But that's how you'll know it's the one, because miracles never come when we feel ready. They come when we finally trust anyway. So if this message made you cry, tremble, or feel something sacred rise inside of you, then I ask you one final time. Pause everything and subscribe. Not because you were told to, but because you felt chosen. This message was never for the masses. It was for you. Michael is lifting his wings now. He has delivered what was meant to be said. He'll remain near for a little while longer, but only if you accept this moment with reverence. Don't skip. Don't scroll. Don't pretend this didn't happen, because something happened. Heaven happened. And in case no one has said this to you lately, hear it now, not from me, but from the voice that formed you. I still want you. I still believe in you. I still have a plan for you. I have not changed my mind. Now breathe. Close your eyes. Say thank you and get ready. Your miracle is no longer coming, it's here. There's something you must understand before this message fades. Not every soul who heard this would stay until now, but you did, and heaven noticed. That's why what happens after this will feel different than anything you've known. Not because your life suddenly becomes perfect, but because you won't walk it alone. The difference now: you're no longer unaware of the presence that has always surrounded you. Archangel Michael is still beside you, not in theory, in reality. If you slow down your thoughts right now, you'll feel him. It may be behind you or to your right. A presence, a warmth, a gentle pressure on your skin. That's not chills, that's not mood, that's not the air. That's heaven touching your dimension. That's what you asked for, confirmation. Here it is. You are entering into a divine agreement, one you didn't sign with a pen but with your presence. By staying with this message until the end, you've said, yes, I believe. Yes, I'm ready. Yes, I will walk forward even if I don't understand yet. That kind of yes unlocks timelines that were frozen until now. There is a document, a message, a decision being made in the spiritual realm with your name on it. Something has already been written about your future, not general, specific. A reversal is being activated. You'll know this is true when something you thought was over suddenly begins again, but in a healed form. Not the same old cycle, not the same pain. This time it will feel like grace. Now there's something deeply sacred Michael told me to give you as your final instruction. Please take this seriously. Stay quiet for 3 days. That doesn't mean silence completely. It means stillness of spirit. Speak less, post less, explain less. Resist the urge to make people understand you. The next 3 days are not for proving, they're for listening. Watch, observe. Let heaven speak louder than the noise of the world, because something is arriving, something divine. It may not come how you expected. It may not come in the form of what you wanted, but it will be exactly what your soul needs. A healing, a connection, a conversation, a breakthrough. You won't have to chase it. You'll know when it arrives because your spirit will say, "This is what I've been waiting for." There is still pain in you, yes. There is still anger, still confusion, still ache. But Michael says that will not disqualify them. Your imperfection does not stop God's love. Your flaws do not scare heaven. Your questions do not cancel your invitation. You are still the one God wants, not in spite of your pain, but because of it. It is the evidence that your heart has stayed soft, and heaven can only fill what's still open. Right now, the angels are making space around you, clearing spiritual clutter, breaking ties you didn't even know were holding you back. The old energy gone, the doubt canceled, the delay lifted. because you stayed, because you trusted just enough, because your soul said yes. And if your heart is still pounding, or your eyes are wet, or your body feels light, that's not emotion anymore. That's activation. You've just been touched by something eternal. You'll never be the same again. So now, beloved soul, the last thing I say is this: don't chase, attract. Don't beg, receive. Don't fear, believe. Don't rush, rest. Don't doubt, declare. Say this out loud now, and say it like heaven is listening. I accept this miracle. I walk in this light. I invite Archangel Michael to protect what is mine, and I promise I will not skip this again. Because now it's here, and so is he. This was never just a message, it was a turning point. Heaven is silent now. The scroll is sealed. You know what to do. Let it begin. You're still here, and that means something holy. You didn't skip. You didn't close this tab when it got uncomfortable, or intense, or emotional. You felt it all, and God is not blind to that. Archangel Michael is not deaf to your spirit's silent yes. In fact, every tear, every breath, every sudden stillness while reading became an offering. You gave God your attention, and heaven never wastes attention. You may feel calm now, peaceful, but also watched. That's not your imagination. That's the presence of divine guardianship. Something you activated tonight is still lingering around you. Let it. Don't run back to noise too quickly. Don't fill this silence with distraction. Rest in it. Something just broke off of your life. You may not feel it yet, but you will. Something heavy has been lifted. You'll wake up tomorrow and not know why you feel lighter, but heaven will know because it started here tonight. You'll sleep differently, more deeply, and while you rest, something divine will be downloaded into your dreams. An answer, a memory, a vision, or just peace. Don't underestimate peace. Some people pray their whole lives for the kind of stillness that you're stepping into now. Don't overlook it. Don't crave something dramatic when something gentle is already doing the miracle. You'll notice in the next few hours, people around you will begin acting differently. Not because they changed, but because your energy shifted. Your frequency has elevated. Your spiritual atmosphere has upgraded. People who don't match it anymore may pull away, ghost you, or fall silent. Let them. That's protection, not rejection. Your anointing will make some people uncomfortable, especially those who benefited from your confusion. But God says, no more confusion, no more delay, no more wandering. I'm bringing you home to yourself. And just like that, you're back, back in alignment, back in divine rhythm, back in the flow you forgot you had access to. Michael's wings are folding now. His task here is complete. But one last thing he wants you to know: I will remain near. I will guard what was planted tonight, but the next move must come from you. And that move is simple. Stay open, stay listening, stay honoring this presence. And if this message found your soul in ways that no other voice has, I'll say it one last time. Pause and subscribe. Not for the numbers, not for the channel, but for the commitment it marks in your own spirit, for what it declares to heaven. I'm ready. I receive. Because you didn't just finish reading a message, you crossed a threshold. You stepped into something sacred, and you will never walk the same again. God is watching, Michael is listening, and heaven is smiling. Before I continue, my beloved child, allow me to pause, for there is a sacred secret I've kept just for you, and now is the moment I choose to reveal it. The universe wants to bless you with wealth and abundance. Accept it by listening to this. The law of attraction does not work. Listen to this 1-minute prayer to affirm your blessing instead. Have you ever wondered why you haven't been able to manifest? It's simple. If you're a spiritual person who is looking to change their life and that of your close circle, you need something different. So pay close attention to this message. Because once you hear this 1-minute prayer, you will start attracting wealth and abundance in less than 7 days, and blessings will be flooded into your life. You will finally break the curse of poverty and restore your connection with God, allowing you to ask, manifest, and receive His blessings. How? Not too long ago, a manuscript was discovered in Jerusalem. This manuscript described the divine prayer that can create the dream life of everyone who listens to it. But there's a problem. The Vatican demanded this be kept under lock and key, and that this would only be used by high-ranking church officials. To me, this is a crime against humanity. They are trying to suppress this message and have already succeeded once. That's why you must hurry up. Click the link in the description or comments section to unlock the secret to hear the divine prayer. My beloved child, now is the time to act. Step forward in faith. God bless you. You've just done something not everyone is strong enough to do. You stayed present with a divine message until the very end. That alone has altered the atmosphere around you. It may not be loud. You may not see fireworks, but in the spirit, something massive just shifted. Your angels are aware of it. Your soul knows it. And your timeline is now realigning in a way that makes no earthly sense. But that's what miracles are. They don't ask for permission from logic, they just happen. And now I speak not just from the voice of the message, but from the heart of heaven. You are not behind. Stop saying you missed it. Stop believing you were too late. The truth is, the enemy tried to make you feel delayed so you would stop expecting what God already scheduled. You were never late. You were hidden, protected, preserved, and now revealed. And from this day forward, the doors that open for you won't be ones you knocked on out of desperation. They'll be the ones God opened because you were obedient in the waiting. You will begin to see this very soon. Someone will ask you how you've changed. They'll say you seem different. You'll smile because you'll know the answer. They didn't hear what you just heard. They didn't feel what you just felt, but you did, and that's all that matters. Your destiny isn't public. Your healing didn't need to be witnessed by a crowd. This moment was intimate between you, Michael, and the God who never stopped chasing your heart. And now it's your turn to respond. What will you do with what you've been given? Will you walk differently? Will you stop accepting less than you deserve? Will you rest instead of running? Will you choose faith over fear? Will you finally stop shrinking and start shining? Michael says, if they walk even one step in this new light, I will walk 10 beside them. So go, not in fear, not in confusion, but in clarity. You've been marked now, not by the world, not by people, but by heaven. And heaven finishes every blessing with one word, so be it. Amen. Beloved soul, heaven has not just spoken, it has invested in you. And when God invests, He expects a return. Not in perfection, but in presence, in attention, in surrender. You don't need to have it all figured out after this message. You just need to remain open, because now heaven will begin confirming everything you've heard. Watch what happens in the next 7 days. There will be signs, yes, real signs. You'll think of someone and they'll message you. You'll pray for direction, and within hours something will shift. You'll ask for clarity, and the truth will rise like morning light. You won't need to push. You won't need to prove. It will just come. Michael doesn't leave people empty-handed.